Hello learners, once again welcome back to my channel that is NTNet Paper to Education. As per the new syllabus, once again I am with you. We are actually studying Paper to Education and in that Unit 3 B division. Unit 3 B division. And there are certain theories that we need to understand. Among that, few of the theories we have already completed and today we are going to understand and complete the remaining theories of unit number 3. Today, what we are going to study hierarchical approach by Burt Vernon, emotional intelligence approach by Goleman's emotional intelligence competencies. Along with that, we are also going to study in brief about fluid crystallizability theory. So, without further ado, let's just start with today's session. Now, listen, this is all about Unit 3 B division. Unit 3 B division में this many theories we have to understand. So far, we have already understood what do we mean by unitary approach, two-factor approach by Spearman, Thorndike's theory, that is multi-factor approach, Thurston's group factor approach, structure of intellect, last time only we did, which is given by Guilford. Today, we are going to study a hierarchical approach of Burt Vernon, fluid crystallizability theory. Today, we are going to understand. Along with that, we are also going to understand emotional intelligence competencies that has been given by Goleman. In brief only, we are going to study because sometimes it might happen that in the MCQ, in the form of match with B, the name of the theories are given and opposite to the name of the theories, you will have to pick up the right, you can say, theorist who has given the specific theory. So you will have to answer in the form of match with B. So that we are in a very short span of time, we are also going to do the MCQs of this particular unit. But before that, let's just first understand the concept of this particular theories. Then after we'll go with MCQ. Otherwise, what will happen if you are not having concept clarity and you are directly jumping to the previous year's questions, then it will be very difficult for yourself to solve those questions because first concept comes and then after solving of MCQ comes. So I am over here to clear your concept about each and every thing that is there in paper to education and slowly and steadily we will jump towards MCQ. Okay? So today we are going to study this theories and then after we are also going to understand these two theories, that is Gardner's multiple intelligence and information processing theory of intelligence. So let's just start with today's session. Hierarchical approach given by Burt Vernon. Burt Vernon was in 1950 has proposed a model where general factor is subdivided into two major group factors. Which are those two major group factors? A verbal education, which is indicated by him as verbal's letter V, and education that is ED factor. And another one is a practical mechanical that is K and M1. Now listen. जो हायरार्किकल अप्रोच है बर्ट वर्नन ने ये जो थियरी दी है तो उन्होंने इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में ऐसा कहा है जो कि उन्होंने 1950 में ये पर्टिकुलर मॉडल अभी आपको पता चलेगा कि किस तरीके से मॉडल है दैट इज ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन है तो उसमें उन्होंने बोला है कि एक जनरल फैक्टर जो होता है जनरल फैक्टर यानी हम सब में वो स्पेसिफिक क्वालिटीज होती है इंटेलिजेंस की एबिलिटी की तो वो सब डिवाइडेड है बाइफर्केशन है डिवाइडेड है दो मेजर पार्ट्स में एक पार्ट आप देख लो वर्बल है जो हम बोल के सीखते हैं एजुकेशन थ्रू भी होता है और दूसरा जब हैंड्स ऑन एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है मैकेनिकल होते हैं हम यानी कि हैंड्स ऑन एक्सपीरियंस दैट इज वी आर एक्चुअली डूइंग द वर्क अलोंग विथ लर्निंग तो इस तरीके से दो पर्टिकुलर क्राइटेरिया अरीना से हम अपने जो हायरार्किकल अप्रोच है वो अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे इंटेलिजेंस और एबिलिटी को अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे देखो वर्नस डायग्राम जो है पॉसिबल हायरार्की ऑफ एबिलिटी हायरार्की का मतलब क्या होता है सबसे पहले तो ये बताओ हायरार्की मतलब होता है स्टेजेस एक स्टेज फिर उसका बाइफर्केशन दो स्टेज तीसरा स्टेज फिर इसका भी बाइफर्केशन होता है इसे हायरार्की कहते हैं टॉप लेवल आपने देखा होगा टॉप लेवल होता है मिडिल लेवल होता है बॉटम लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होता है उसे हायरार्की कहते हैं वैसे ही हमारी एबिलिटी, पॉसिबिलिटी है कि हमारी जो प्रोफिशिएंसी है, एबिलिटी है, कैपेसिटी है, whatever ability, proficiency or capability we as human beings are having, it might get divided into different subparts. So that is all about hierarchy of ability. Now, when we are talking about the general factors given by Burt Vernon, he says, talking about the hierarchy, it gets divided into two sub-factors. Right now only, just a few seconds ago, I had made you understand. The first part is named as verbal education, VED. And the second part that we grab the intelligence and ability, that is practical education, that is K and M. It is symbolically written as K is to M. Now, the major group factor, that is major bifurcation into two parts. Now, it is having subpart. The verbal education, we are grabbing the intelligence to verbal education verbally, that is we, through numbers also and through other parts. So, it is also having different subparts. Now, listen. This minor group factor, that means whatever you have understood with the help of verbal education, now in our mind, it grabs actually into small, you can say, units of information. If it is verbal, through verbal information you have understood, then person to person, that you can say understanding of verbal information might be different. Say, for example, perception. If somebody has told you something, then you perceive differently and other perceive differently. Though the meaning you can say sender has given might be the same. So that is how you can say in your mind the intelligence will be grabbed through your actual verbal understanding. Then it might get understood in the form of numbers also, which is given by Vernon as n, and through other information also. So person to person, if with these three particular modes of information, you are actually grabbing the information and creating a ability in yourself, then you can see it gets subdivided into your specific factor. So this specific factor, you can see special factor that is different from person to person. Here also in number, you can say it's different from person to person. Other way through also you are, if understanding the information which is given by verbal education, then also person to person it will be different. So specific factor is only for person to person aspect, and general factor is common for all. Then talking about the practical factor. Practical education, hands-on experience, that way also our mind grabs information and understands it and inculcates the ability in ourselves, in human beings, in a bifurcated way. If it is mechanical machinery work, technical work, then it's called as vernon by mechanical information. Spatial information, that is once again specific to person, and manual, that is hands-on experience. So this was all about Burt Vernon's diagram of possible hierarchy of ability. Now listen, carefully, very listen to me. Burt Vernon's diagram, or you can say model of ability and intelligence, is making us understand that the general factor, which is very common in every human being, gets subdivided into two parts. One is verbal education, and second is practical education. Now, only for the brief understanding, I have given you this particular concept. In examination also, in match A with B, it might be possible that it is asked the name of the theory and opposite to that, the name of the author who has given the theory. So in brief, I had made you clear the concept of it. You don't have to go too much in detail, but at least you must be having clarity about the concept. Okay. Moving ahead with another one. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the capacity to recognize our own feelings and those of others and to manage emotions effectively in ourselves and our relationship. कहना ये चाहते हैं इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, इमोशनल यानी आप कभी भी रो पड़ो, कभी भी हंस पड़ो, कभी भी कह सकते हो सीरियस हो जाओ, वो सब आपकी इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस को आइडेंटिफाई करता है, डिटरमाइन करता है. तो अगर डेफिनेशन बनानी, इफ यू वांट टू मेक डेफिनेशन अबाउट इंटेलिजेंस, इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस स्पेसिफिकली, देन हाउ कुड वी मेक इट? Emotional intelligence is the capacity to recognize our own feelings and those of others. खुद क्या फील कर रहे हैं वो फीलिंग, और उसके साथ दूसरे क्या फील कर रहे हैं वो, and to manage emotions effectively in ourselves, that is within us, and our relationship, that is whatever relationship we are having socially with others. So when we are actually combining the emotions of ourselves, understanding ourselves, and thereby getting the understanding about how we should behave with others and managing both the things in a synchronized way, that is all about the emotional intelligence concept. आगे देखते हैं, थोड़ा डिटेल में पढ़ता चलेगा. Emotional intelligence involves a combination of competencies which allow a person to be aware of, to understand, and to be in control of their own emotions. खुद के अंदर emotions क्या चल रहे हैं? What are the emotions of oneself? That we are going to understand. Emotional intelligence will allow a person, then it says, to recognize. It will make him or her understand what he or she is feeling inside and understand the emotions of others also. If somebody is sad, then your emotion will make you understand that somebody is sad. So how you should behave, and to use this knowledge to foster their success and the success of others. That is, your success also matters over here. You will understand how you can succeed and thereby how others can also succeed in their life. So, this is how emotional intelligence works in ourselves and to maintain relationship with others in the society. Now, Goldman's emotional intelligence competencies has four particular criteria. Let's just understand that. He has first of all given about first component, that is self-awareness. When we are talking about emotional intelligence, Goldman said that self-awareness, we should be aware about ourselves, and that particular thing or understanding we will get with the help of emotional intelligence. Then second is self-management. How we are going to achieve our goal, which pathway we should follow, how we are going to manage the time or manage the workings that we have decided to achieve that particular goal. All that is self-management. That is, you particular person as a specific person are going to understand, prioritize the things and manage everything to achieve your goal. And that is emotional intelligence. Then social awareness. Social awareness, that is how you should behave with others. That is all about social awareness. And social skills. Social skills, that is how you are actually getting gel up with others, communicating with others, how you are behaving with others, how it's become easy for others to communicate with you, be approachable with you. So that is all about social skills. Then Fluid's crystallized ability theory. Fluid's crystallized ability theory includes Raymond Cattell in 1971 and Horn in 1978 have proposed this theory in which they have distinguished or differentiated two types of intelligence. The number one is crystallized intelligence. Crystallized intelligence, what do we mean by that? मतलब crystallized intelligence include करता है वो सारी ability that includes reasoning and verbal education and numerical skills. That is, reasoning तो आपको पता है, वर्बल एजुकेशन कोई बोलता है और आप समझते हो, न्यूमेरिकल नंबर्स के साथ जो स्किल्स डेवलप होती है, आप कैसे बोलते हो वो भी आप में डेवलप होता है, आप रीजनिंग, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग, रैशनल वे में कैसे थिंक करते हो, आपकी एबिलिटी वैसी है. तो दैट इज ऑल अबाउट क्रिस्टलाइज इंटेलिजेंस. देन अनदर पार्ट इज फ्लूइड इंटेलिजेंस. फ्लूइड इंटेलिजेंस में क्या होता है, हमारा माइंड जो स्किल डेवलप करता है, दैट इज स्पेटियल एंड विजुअल इमेजिनरी. आपकी इमेजिनेशन कैसी है, विजन कैसा है, आप खुली आंख से क्या क्या देख पा रहे हो, इमेजिन कर पा रहे हो. स्पेशल एबिलिटी जो आपके अंदर होती है, दैट इज फ्लूइड इंटेलिजेंस. द एबिलिटी टू नोटिस विजुअल डिटेल्स एंड रोट मेमोरी. विजुअल डिटेल्स यानी कोई सिंबल देख लिया, पिक्चर्स देख लिया, इमेजेस देख लिया, और उसके अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपके अंदर कैसे आती है, वो देख के उसको रट्टा मार के रोट मेमोरी से. तो वो सब फ्लूइड इंटेलिजेंस थियरी में आता है. तो फ्लूइड क्रिस्टलाइज एबिलिटी थियरी टॉक्स अबाउट टू मेजर पार्ट्स और टू टाइप्स ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस, क्रिस्टलाइज इंटेलिजेंस एंड फ्लूइड इंटेलिजेंस. क्रिस्टलाइज मतलब रीजनिंग, वर्बल अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड न्यूमेरिकल स्किल्स जो अपने अंदर हम डेवलप करते हैं, एबिलिटी आती है. फ्लूइड इंटेलिजेंस मतलब स्पेटियल, विजुअल इमेजरी, विजुअल डिटेल्स के थ्रू आप रोट मेमोराइज करते हो, वो सब. ठीक है. So thank you so much for listening to me and understanding with me. To like and subscribe the channel, that is Anti-Net Paper to Education. Till the next time, keep learning, keep achieving.